So, we are reviewing maps, who's going to be playing Zen, and then Kiriko on New Queen Street. This is Plat 1, it's pretty high up there. This is actually the second time I've done this video. The first time I accidentally deleted it while I was uploading, so we're going to do it again. But the good news is, I know what's going to happen, or at least I know the key focus points, so I'm going to be able to kind of jump to those initial points. So, for starters over here... Oh.
Ready. I'll fight them.
So you can actually hear the Widow right here, right? So I'll play it back again. You hear the heals. So like with my headset, I can hear it clearly out of my right ear. So you actually potentially could have heard the Widow over here, right there, and done something about this. So that's kind of the first tip, is Widow. Sound cues are huge. Number two is you're putting pressure on the tank here, but as Zen, I think one of the most important things about Zen is not to die. I mean, like, obviously for all heroes not to die, but Zen is a very fragile hero. Like, you don't have any mobility, you don't have any defense item abilities. If you're caught out of position or in a bad fight, you're just dead. So it is even more important to not be super aggressive, right? Until at the very start of the game where you don't know what the hero composition is, I'm playing, like, I'm probably not even leaving the stairwell, right? I'm just playing back here and being like, okay, like, what is happening? Like, what do they got? Where are the threats? What are the heroes? What's the tank? Etc. etc. So you not knowing is what ends up getting you killed here by Widow. So again, let's look at the kill by the Widow, right? Why does the Widow get the kill here? Is it because she's a great shot? No, it's because you're running in a straight line. Right? You just walk into it in a straight line. Again, that happened because you didn't know the Widow was there, which, one, we already noted that you could potentially have known the Widow was there. But number two, it's a representation. The Widow's not some godlike aimbot who's, you know, headshotting you in all scenarios. Like, you just kind of walked in there. You made it as easy as it possibly could have been for the Widow. And thus, when we think about how to play against Widow, we should think, how do I avoid walking in a straight line and making it easy for the Widow? Great. Team loses the fight. You come out here. So, what you're doing right here, super dangerous. I have no idea where the Widow is, right? I'm just kind of walking a straight line out here. I could get picked, right? Even their team, their DPS could be pushed up. Anything could happen here. There's no reason to go this far forward. Just play way back, right? Play your team. Okay, so you got Winston here. Again, remember, you're not the one who is supposed to initiate fights, right? Let your Winston initiate fights. Let your DPS initiate fights. Don't do anything that's going to get you killed here. So, you come over here, do this. So, this angle right here is quite dangerous, right? Because this is a very common place for a Widow to play. She can actually shoot you at this angle. I would have stepped to the left to heal. Again, respect the Widow, right? Take the Widow threat seriously. You see the Widow right here before you drop. Right? Here, you check, you see the Widow, you go back in, right? Like, I would AD, or you're on a controller, so left, right strafe, and then go back until she shoots, and then go back inside. Or you could jump. This is one of the few times where jumping would actually be okay, because the second half of your jump when you're landing, you will not be visible because you'll be behind the wall. Dropping out here, this is suicide. This is a bad call by you. All right, now the Baptiste is out. Okay, now I'm going to peek, right? Because I know my Baptiste is going to die here if he doesn't get the cover in time, so I might as well take the opportunity to put pressure on the Widow, right? You should be peeking, you should be trying to kill the Widow right now. Right, putting pressure on that door, right, to let your Baptiste escape. Great. So, this is an interesting call, right? So your Winston's retreating to the left, your Baptiste is going through window. I don't think you should be going this way, because there's nothing between you as Zen. Always keep teammates between you and the enemy team, right? This, I don't think is the right call. I think you should just gone downstairs and just shot them from the road. Alright. So this is one of those examples where, like, you kind of need to hit shots here, right? This is the kind of the reason for your existence as Zen. You see the Mei, right? Discord, and then start putting shots into her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 shots, right? All of which miss. Gotta hit at least 2 of the 5, I would say. Right? I think this is Basins. So, right after this, Widow gets a kill. There's not a lot you can do about that, right? Your Winston's already there. Alright, chasing the Widow off, fine. It's bubbled, you're definitely not in any danger of the Widow anymore. My perspective here, my main healer has died. I'm a terrible healer as Zen. The longer this fight goes on, the more likely we're going to lose it. So to have any chance of winning this fight, I need to immediately kill members of the enemy team. Not the tank, who's going to get healed, but a DPS or preferably a support, right? Especially if I can trade out for their main support, it's an even fight in this scenario. Do not be attacking the Rhine here, right? Full health, right? Supported by his team, don't attack the Rhine here. I know the rest of his team is going to be left. Number one, you can hear it. Number two, that's where people play. I come around this corner wide, right? Wide to the right, and immediately start attacking. This Baptiste, primary target. That's who you should be killing right now. Now the Baptiste is taking cover, the Mei is who you should be killing. I hate you, icicle, double icicle. But could you have actually won that? Almost probably not. But I'm just telling you the right idea, the mentality of what you should be focusing on. Okay, you swap Kiriko. It's fine. Again, with Kiriko, I want to save Suzu's for good opportunities. I'm not peeking out wide here, right? Why should I peek out wide here? That gives an opportunity for the Widow, who I don't know where the Widow is, right? That gives an opportunity for the Widow to kill me here. Play close, tight corners. Okay, now I see the Widow. Damn, okay, now I gotta be careful. The Widow's playing on this left side. I need to be very careful. I don't peek here. There's no reason for me to be peeking here. I only need to see my Roadhog, not the enemy team here, right? I just keep my Roadhog up here, stay alive. Your Roadhog probably needs Suzu there most of the time. He just happens to live here, but if you're playing with a Bap is, which I think is the right spot, then you're able to Suzu him, right, just in case he gets killed. Often he will get killed in that scenario. Your Roadhog's kind of crazy. So again, you see how you're walking forwards to heal? Unnecessary. You're exposing yourself to risk. The Widow doesn't want to kill the Hog. The Widow wants to kill you. I don't think you needed the Suzu. Right. Your Hog right now has like, 450 plus health right now. You don't need the Suzu. Unless you're thinking you're going to get headshot by the Widow, but I mean, that's a very small sniper. Again, you're walking in a straight line over here. Be very careful on this angle, right? You could have played inside this top right doorway and healed him the whole time and been totally safe. So, window, definitely dangerous, right? You can get killed by the Widow with just a body shot if she's fully charged. So you kind of play safe. Your team's going to end up winning this fight, which is really impressive. Right. So again, I would think, hey, the Rhine has not shattered this whole game. They've won 2 team fights. I assume he has shattered. The second I did the swift step, I immediately would have climbed the bus stop to avoid getting shattered. He doesn't shatter here, but honestly, I think he really should have. Still get hit by the fire strike. It doesn't really matter here since he already has ult. General dodge fire strikes. Don't be attacking the Rhine here. Right? The Mercy is very close to your left here. Right? She's super close to your left. Just turn and kill the Mercy. First, try to focus on it.
Got the robot.
Alright, important thing about Kiriko. Kiriko can do a full heal, followed by a kunai attack, followed by a full heal again, without losing any healing uptime. It's called weaving, right? So you should always do full heal, weave kunai, full heal, optimally. Don't put yourself in a bad position, though, just to be able to attack.
Soothing your wounds.
So, you don't know where the Widow is. You know the Widow has to be around here somewhere, right? Based on the timing of when the last time you saw her. So you have to start being careful here. The Widow has shown a lot of tendencies to like to play this spot right here, in this room. So I would be very careful about playing that Widow in here. So, you actually get lucky here, right? Super lucky. You see how the Widow's crosshair was actually on your head, but she misses just a little bit. She pulls it to the left. So for sure now you have to be like, okay, the Widow's in the red room. I have to be careful. I think Susie there is reasonable. I think Swiss setting here is reasonable. Right? But I have to think, okay, where's the Widow gonna go next? Right? Is she still gonna be there? Or is she gonna be somewhere else? But I have to be careful. All right, Queen's here. Queen's separating you from the Hog. Good. Right? You kind of play off here. Right? We want to keep your BAP up. Alright, good Suzu, right, to cleanse the slow so people can get out of it. I would definitely be trying to heal my BAP here, right, because I know my BAP's here is at half health. The Roadhog is too far away for me to consistently heal right now, so I think I heal a BAP here. Right, BAP gets killed. Maybe you could have saved him with the tough. I actually know the Widow kills him with a body shot. Right, and the Widow keeps killing people. Right side. So you can hear, again, with sound, right, you can hear the click-clack of her heels to your right, which means you know that she's playing from that room. You could have reacted accordingly. Playing this longer. Let me actually try to go back and check the right here. So 3-4, I can hear the heels very clearly right now, right? At which point, you know, he gets that kill, you hear the shot, you should turn around right now and immediately start dealing with the Widow, right? And be dodging from the Widow's perspective. You die. Okay, great. Widow's like, oh, absolutely devastating. Well, let's go look at it from the Widow perspective. Is the Widow super good? Or...
Hear my bell.
Alright, body shot. See? Once again, just walking in a straight line backwards. Easiest shot that the Widow's gonna get. Right? Not godlike aim. Right? Not like she hits you in some crazy dodge pattern. She just put the crosshair where you're gonna be. You walked into it. She pulls the trigger. Very easy. So again, your perspective is you gotta keep tracking the Widow. Right? Remember the Widow exists. Always keep looking for where the Widow will be and play accordingly.
Do not provoke me. No one can hide from my
It's funny because you play on console, but this looks like a mouse and keyboard player. Oh, yeah, this is a bad idea. You come down here to challenge. There's none of your teams are alive, right? Nobody's here for you to join up with. If the Widow sees you here, you could easily die, right? It takes 2 headshots for you to kill the Widow. She only needs 1 to kill you. This is a bad trade. Even if you manage to land one of the kunais, she can just immediately just run away, get healed, and then re-peek again. This is not a good choice by you.
Hey.
Okay, so here, you know the Widow's still there, so you have to be very careful about how you come out, not straighten out, right? So for example, walking straight to the left, bad idea. This is an incredible kill. I mean, I don't know how much this is skill or luck, but there is no way that I would say I have a less than 5% chance of getting that kill. Be careful jumping. Again, strafing a straight line left, right? That's why you get hit here, right? Just, you don't need to come all the way over here. You could have kept healing from this middle arch right here. Just play here, right? Don't expose yourself to the Widow. You can heal your Diva from here, right? You don't need to be firing kunais here. Just keep your Diva alive.
Thanks for the touch-up.
So you kind of use Suzu there, but like, I can understand, but it wasn't like a great moment. Now you Fox, but the thing is, like, your team is not really here, and you don't have mech, so you're effectively playing down already. So it's really hard to win this fight. However, are you actually gonna be able to do it? I think you might actually do it. Right. So again, you see that straight line move that you make right here, right, where you're crossing left to right in a straight line. That's where you get killed. Now, granted, the robot's here, but I think that's just something to be noted. Okay, also, you're aimed way too far down, right? You're not at headshot level. Always be at headshot level. Alright, so your Diva's on the Widow. Now you have to worry about the Widow for a little bit. You're running away from this Mei. Should you be running away from Mei? But you shouldn't be, because it's you and the Baptiste here. Right? From her perspective, she's chasing 2 of you right here. Also, you have your cooldowns. Like, there's no way the Mei should win this fight, right? Which she also realizes when she walls her. You're like, wait, oh, this is a bad fight. You should not have turned around. You instinctively turned around and started running away when the Mei started running at you. But in reality, what you should have done is you should have turned and fought her and killed her, right? 1 headshot, because she's already at 115. 1 headshot from you would have killed her. Window's dangerous. You should definitely cover Let's left wall, right? This is a good call. Right, it's a dangerous movement, but the Diva matrix for you, which is great. A little quicker healing that fair. I don't know that you would have been enough to heal unless you swift step first, but something no. The thing is, you've lost your Diva here, right? I don't think there's a point to trying to really force this fight right now. I think that you just go back and regroup your team. Keep your Bap up. Right, don't let your Bap die here for sure. That would be a massive stagger. Wait for your Diva. So again, big moment. So, I see this soldier turn. He's shooting at something behind me. So my first thought here is not to kill the soldier. It is, what's he shooting so I can save them? Realistically, I don't believe that I can quickly kill the soldier, but I could quickly save whoever he's shooting at, which is probably my Widow based on the shot that you just saw fly across the screen, right? I think you see it. Yeah. So you saw both the shot and the Venom Mine flying across the screen. So you could turn and heal your Widow here to make sure your Widow doesn't die to this, because it's actually pretty lucky that your Widow doesn't die to this. Watch. He's gonna eat the Helix, right? Then she's just running backwards, and your soldier misses every bullet here. Like your Widow should be dead here, right? But if you were helping her the whole time, she doesn't die there for sure. Right, now you get it back. This is a right call.
Draw strength from nature.
So, right
Draw strength
here,
from
what do we
nature.
see? The Widow. Playing in a spot that she's been playing the whole game, right? This whole right house, right mega type situation. You should see her right here. There's nothing on your screen right now to distract you. Just a Widow, which is full health, right? You should have kind of like your peripheral vision open and be like, oh shoot, there's a Widow there. At which point you should not step back forwards. I would Suzu my Widow pretty much a second from now to make sure that she doesn't die to the Widow either, and then start the duel with the Widow. But what you're doing right here, just like ignoring the Widow, that's why you get killed. So again, watch it from the Widow perspective. Right? On her screen, you're not even moving because you're moving to your right, which is towards her, which means she doesn't need to aim any differently. Easy, easy, easy kill for her. Right? Not a thing that you could be doing. Again, we haven't seen the Widow make any big kills, right? Any like really hard, crazy flick shots. It's just always you moving in a straight line, right? Or you effectively standing still relative to her. Okay, this is crazy. Right? Again, you see you get shot, you're like, okay, the Widow's got to be to the right. You saw the Widow. The Widow sees you. You do not want to repeat this. You do. Same thing. Again, don't assume the Widow is bad. This is really important, right? Respect the fact the Widow can hit shots. From your perspective over here, from Widow's perspective, right? It's like, oh, she sees you? Oh, you come back, right? Also, she had map hacks on, right? She can see you through the wall. Well, how do you know that? You would know that because we didn't play through it, but you would hear it in game. You would hear the sound of her calling out her ultimate, and then you would know that for 15 seconds, and you can use the clock, the game clock up top to track this. You know, for 15 seconds she can see you. Definitely don't be peeking her like this. It's a really, really, really bad call. You should just wait it here for your tanks to come out and then clear the angle for you.
Superbe.
Bad Suzu, right? There's no reason to throw that Suzu at that distance. Try to heal people. Alright, I would prioritize the Pharaoh right now. Right, then I would prioritize the Hog. I think your Pharaoh is still in danger here, right? Honestly, I would stop right now, try to heal the Pharaoh. She ends up dying, right? I think she gets body shotted here. This is a little crazy, is to be continuing to move forward, right? Trying to get kills yourself when you know the Widow is still available to the right because you just saw her kill the Pharaoh and heard her kill the Pharaoh, right? This is actually your number one priority right now, is to deal with this. And again, you should have died right there. Watch the strafe that you do. You see how you strafe so wide out in a straight line and then start coming back, right? Do little quick jiggle peeks. That's what prevents you from getting killed. Okay, same deal. So right here, you do like a J-shaped peek, right? You see the Widow, you step backwards and then out to the left, right? Which makes a very easy kill for the Widow. Again, you're lucky that she doesn't take this kill. Right? You see how you're stationary right here? Like twice she has her crosshair over your head and she doesn't miss the shot. Right? That's something that, again, you need to be thinking about all the time. What is the angle? How do I make it as hard as possible for her to be able to deal the kill? Instinctively throw Suzu here, right? Whenever people get hooked, just free Suzu. Get it. So, tough fight, right? Soldiers right here. You miss a couple of headshots on him, which is bad, but at least you got a chance to throw Suzu. Okay, also, I'm swift stepping away right now because the next thing that's going to come after Queen ult is that she's going to cleave, which is a lot of damage. So I do not want to eat that. Yeah, my Baptiste's going to eat that. There's something I can do about that. I would swift step immediately to your Hog here. Thankfully, she doesn't cleave, but you still hit that damage here, right? Keep your Pharaoh alive. Your Hog's really not in that much danger. Again, instinctively, I would Q9 there.
Let's go.
Trade tank for DPS, which is a good trade for you. Yep. They have window, so play close to the wall. This is good. So again, when you're healing over here, these heals are going to get blocked by the wall. You got to come out wider to the right, which I know is dangerous from the Widow, but the Hog should be blocking this angle right now, right? You don't need to go that far to the right, but just a little bit, because the Fudo will track around walls. Okay. So right here, you gotta peek, unfortunately, right? I know it's dangerous, but you have to peek and try to deal with the Widow yourself right now, because otherwise she's going to kill your Hog during whole Hog. So you kind of need to make sure, like, you need to be fighting her right now, right? You need to be AD strafing, like you're just running in a straight line away from her. Again, look at this from her perspective. right? You're moving backwards. You're just moving backwards in a straight line. Right? Heals the Baptiste, which I think the shot was good for you. Right? You gotta do quicker peeks, not that far out. You know, and then the Widow gets her. Right? Heal your Widow. Go back to your Hog. Hog, hog, hog. So you stop healing your Hog here, right? Okay, great. Now your Widow's in trouble for sure. You need to already be healing your Widow. When the Rhine switch targets from your Hog, right? Right here, when he starts crossing to the right, start healing your Widow, right? And then you can out heal his damage. But now you're too late. Somehow that doesn't kill her. She eventually just gives up and dies. Right? You get killed by this. I mean, your fight was over. Honestly, you shattered it there. So this is bad, right? You just drop out a window and you toss Rush in the middle of their team. You're already taking a ton of damage. Okay? You should just play normal, like where your BAP is, and then did Rush from there. And then you die. Because again, you peek too far wide to the right here, and then the Widow kills you. I don't think we need to watch the rest of the game. I think that, again, the core thing I would emphasize here is I think this game is honestly about you versus the Widow, but not like a direct 1v1, just in the sense of just understanding what are easy shots for Widows to make and what are hard shots for Widows to make, and how you made the shots very easy for the Widow because of your movement. Okay? That's what I would really focus on. I think that's the biggest takeaway. Again, I played the clip back multiple times from the Widow's perspective to show you how easy the shots are for her. And just think, how do I make the shots harder for her by having erratic movement, right? More left-rights, not just all left, all right. Hopefully that's helpful.